So our object is Worked Obsidian, and it's, for us at least, the very first object humans forged. Our 250,000-year-old Homo sapiens species regularly used obsidian to create tools of transcendence.
And these tools that Kabage talks about then propelled us towards the so-called civilized world that we live in today. The obsidian rock is formed through the accelerated cooling of lava. And because of that very fast cooling, it gives it a glass-like quality that then becomes serrated when you try and work with it. And because of that, early man quickly realized that they could use that stone for different things, because it was perfect for hunting with the sharp edges, so they were able to use that to work on the animals. They used the sharp edges to carve the walls of the caves. They used it to defend themselves, and even as tools, as they began to even go into sort of agriculture, they used it as a tool in gardening, if you call it that, among many other uses. And today this stone is a little more of a bygone artifact that you find in many museums around the world. We have those a lot here in Kenya, and even on the sites where, the archaeological sites where it has been found, and you can actually see it on site, and the shape it was and how it was probably used as you try and imagine the essence of this object, or this stone, as a mother of all objects that early man used.
So at Cape Bureau, we refer to Worked Obsidian as the origin of our ergonomic history and indeed our heritage. It affirms our linkage to the Earth's geology and really our ability to exploit nature in both a positive and unfortunately a negative way as well. Humanity's return to creating an equilibrium between us and the environment, so the natural environment, we argue really requires a revisiting into this history and philosophy of design, which is also inextricably linked to architecture by extension. We try to do that in a meaningful and imaginative way by using the stone in different ways in our varying projects.
And one of the projects that Kabage is talking about, you can see it at the Venice Biennale, which is currently going on. And what we did with the stone there, we 3D scanned the Mbai caves, which are caves that are about 20 kilometers from the city center of Nairobi. And once we did the 3D scans, we then transformed those into CAD drawings. And from that CAD drawing, we got the shape of the cave. And then what we did in our installation in Venice is hang the stone. So we got the stones and we hung them using wire to sort of make it invisible, so you don't really see how it's been hung. And so it has an illusion of it floating, and it's floating in the shape of the Mbai caves. And now the Mbai caves are quite historical, significant caves, because these were caves where the Mau Mau freedom fighters used to hide as Kenya tried to gain their independence from the British colonial government.
We worked with the material to create that installation by drilling holes on the top, infilling it with timber, and drilling in a hook for it to be hung. And in a way to hide the way it has been worked, so that beneath the cave, Stella highlights, you only sort of perceive the floating effect of the obsidian. And in many ways we feel the way we use that material would allow us to transcend our thinking about where we are in the present look to connect to the past, but also propel ourselves into the future.
And that future that Kabage is talking about is in the year 2021 that we're in, and we're trying to see how we can then use the same object or same material that was used by early man for very different things, and how we can imagine and see how we can use it today. And so we are going through a process of exploring how we could use this as a building material in some of our projects. We've not seen it used much here in Kenya as a building material, so it's something we're exploring and seeing how to bring it in into the projects that we work on.